Rain hammered the roof like it wanted to drown out the truth. Cole's voice was low, steady, as he whispered, "Don't move." Jamal's breath came fast. They found us. Red laser dots cut through the dark, one across Cole's shoulder, another glowing on Jamal's chest. 3 figures moved through the shadows, black tactical gear, silent and precise. The same corporate insignia glinted on their wrists. The Meridian symbol. Cole's eyes narrowed. "When I say run, run." Jamal whispered back, "Where?" Cole's reply was cold. "Anywhere that's not here." Before we dive in, don't forget to like this video, hit the subscribe button, and tell me in the comments section where you are watching from. Now let's begin. Before either of them could move, a voice echoed through the rafters. Calm. Commanding. "Put your weapon down, Officer Cole." The sound made Cole's blood run cold. He knew that voice. "Monroe," he said quietly. His old captain stepped from the shadow's black suit. Gray hair, smug smile. "You should have stayed out of this, Matthew. But you always had to be the hero." Cole glared. "What is Meridian? What are you hiding?" Monroe's smirk didn't fade. Meridian was supposed to fix everything. Predict crime before it happens. Track behavior before it escalates. A future where no one's innocent or guilty, just categorized. Jamal's voice trembled. "You set me up. You used him." Monroe turned toward him, eyes sharp. "You weren't supposed to survive that stop. You were part of a field test. Your entire neighborhood was." Cole's voice cracked with anger. "You used me to do your dirty work." Monroe shrugged. "You used yourself. All I did was hand you a trigger." He raised a hand. "Take them." Gunfire erupted. Cole shoved Jamal behind a crate and returned fire. Bullets ripped through the air, smashing glass and steel. Sparks rained down. "Go!" Cole yelled. But Jamal wasn't running, he had his phone out, recording everything. Monroe's confession, the chaos, the truth. "Tell me you got it." Cole shouted. Jamal nodded. "All of it." They ran for the back exit only to see another operative blocking the path. Cole fired. The man dropped. Monroe lowered his own weapon and said flatly, "Still loyal enough to save you for now." Cole frowned. "Why help us?" Monroe's tone shifted. "You think I'm the villain? Look inside the crates, then decide." They pried one open and froze. Rows of glass pods glowed faint blue. Inside, each one a person. Unconscious, wired, labeled. Jamal whispered, "What is this?" Monroe's voice was almost proud. "Subjects. Data hosts. Neural prototypes." Meridian was designed to rewrite memory. Test how far fear can push a person. Cole's eyes darkened. "You call this protection?" Monroe's smirk faded. "I call it evolution." Before Cole could respond, the floodlights above exploded. More operatives stormed in. Monroe shouted, "They're not mine. They work for the investors now." The words barely left his mouth before bullets screamed through the air. Cole pulled Jamal behind cover. The warehouse shook. Then a flash. An explosion ripped through the floor. Gunfire erupted. Cole shoved Jamal behind a crate when the dust settled. Jamal opened his eyes to silence. The warehouse was burning. Smoke, heat, orange light bleeding through the chaos. He turned. Cole lay bleeding beside him, still breathing. Jamal grabbed him, shaking. "Cole, stay with me." Tires screeched outside. Figures moved through the smoke. Jamal stumbled to his feet, clutching his phone. A voice called out from the shadows, calm, steady. "Mr. Rivers, you've seen too much." A young man stepped into the firelight's sleek black suit, earpiece, corporate badge flashing on his chest. Jamal took a step back, defiant. "You think I'm scared of you?" The man raised a silenced pistol. "You should be." But before he could fire, a gunshot cracked from behind him. The man dropped. Jamal spun around. Monroe was standing in the smoke, arm bleeding, pistol still hot. "If you want to live," Monroe said, "come with me." They limped outside, flames consuming the building behind them. Trucks were pulling away, crates marked Subject, Transfer, Meridian. Monroe pointed toward them. "They're moving the operation to Facility 9. It's where this all began. And if you want the truth, that's where you'll find it." He tossed Jamal a flash drive. "Find what's on that and run. Because when they realize you have it, there won't be a corner of this world you can hide in." Jamal stared at the drive, small, cold, shining in the rain. When he looked up, Monroe was gone. The only sound left was the fire crackling behind him and Cole's ragged breathing beside him. Jamal whispered, "We're not done." He looked at the drive, then at the horizon. Not even close. His phone buzzed. Unknown number. A message. We know you have the files. Facility 9 isn't what you think. Don't go there. Another message followed a video file. Jamal tapped it open, and his blood ran cold. The footage showed a security feed his own face, standing inside the burning warehouse, filmed hours before he'd even arrive. The video zoomed in. Behind him in the feed, a figure in a dark coat, watching. Same height, same face, same eyes. It was him. He thought he was uncovering the truth. But what if he was part of it all along? The rain had stopped, but the world still looked drowned. Smoke from the warehouse curled into the sky, and Jamal stood there, phone shaking in his hand, watching his own face stare back from the video. Same eyes, same voice, same man. Only this one wasn't him. The message replayed again and again in his head. Facility 9 isn't what you think. He looked over at Cole, bleeding but conscious. Cole's voice came out low, rough. What's wrong? Jamal showed him the phone. Cole squinted at the screen, then froze. That's you. Jamal nodded. No, it's not. Cole pushed himself up, groaning in pain. We need answers. That drive Monroe gave you, does it still work? Jamal pulled the small metal chip from his pocket. It better. Cole wiped blood from his mouth. Then let's end this. They drove through the night, battered and silent, the city giving way to open highway. Facility 9 wasn't on any map, only coordinates etched into the drive's metadata. As they neared the outskirts, lights flickered ahead, rows of towers rising from the fog, humming like a heartbeat. Cole parked the car behind an old substation. We go quiet from here, he said. Jamal tucked the phone into his jacket. His pulse was racing, but his mind was clear. He wasn't a suspect anymore. He was the witness they tried to erase. They slipped through the perimeter fence, moving between metal containers marked Meridian Systems, property of Veilcorp Defense. The air inside the compound felt thick, charged with static. Cole whispered, "What is this place?" Jamal stared at a massive sign half hidden by rust. Biometric Replication Division. They entered a side door. The halls were white, sterile, humming with low machines. Every door locked until one slid open on its own. Inside, a glass chamber glowed blue. And floating inside that chamber was him. Jamal's heart stopped. His double. The same face. The same scar on the eyebrow. Eyes closed, suspended in fluid, cables running from his spine. Cole whispered, "Jesus Christ, it's a clone." A voice filled the room, calm and mechanical. "Welcome, Subject 14. Jamal turned toward the speakers. "Who are you?" "I am the Meridian Core," it said. "You were the first successful cognitive transfer. Your neural data was harvested during routine surveillance. We replicated you to test behavioral divergence. The copy in front of you, version 14, is the control sample." Jamal stumbled back. "You used me? You copied me?" "Yes," the voice replied. "But the copy was incomplete. It lacked empathy. We required your original consciousness for recalibration." Cole raised his gun. "Turn it off." "You misunderstand, Officer Cole," the voice said smoothly. "Without Project Meridian, there would be no surveillance, no safety, no control. You both are anomalies now." The door sealed shut. Lights turned red. Gas began to hiss through the vents. Cole shouted, "We're locked in." He grabbed a chair and smashed the glass chamber. Cracks spidered through the surface. The clone's eyes snapped open, cold, emotionless. Jamal backed up. No, this isn't real." But the clone stepped forward, fluid streaming off his shoulders, his movements mechanical but human. He looked at Jamal, his own voice echoing back. "They made me to replace you." Cole fired. The bullet hit glass, not skin. The clone didn't flinch. He grabbed Cole by the throat and threw him across the room. Jamal ran for the console, slamming the drive Monroe had given him into a terminal. The screens flickered. Accessing files. Project Meridian Authority override detected. The clone turned toward him. "You can't stop it." Jamal shouted, "I'm not stopping it. I'm ending it." He hit execute. The whole facility shook. Lights burst. Sparks rained from the ceiling. A siren blared. Core overload initiated. The clone staggered, clutching his head. "You'll destroy everything." Jamal stared at him. "Then we start over." The chamber exploded behind them. Cole crawled to his feet, shouting, "Move." Jamal grabbed his arm, dragging him through the smoke-filled corridor as the alarm screamed. They burst through a side door, fire behind them. The building collapsed inward, blue light flaring like lightning. Outside, the rain started again. Cole collapsed on the gravel, coughing. Is it done? Jamal looked back. The facility was burning, electricity sparking from the towers. Yeah, he said quietly. It's done. But as the flames rose higher, the phone in his pocket buzzed again. He pulled it out. The screen glitched, then showed his own face. Only this time, it wasn't live. It was a recording. His voice cold, monotone spoke from the screen. Video log. Subject 14 original backup complete. Failsafe transfer initiated. Location, off-site.